searching the internet to answer the question, what is love? And if you just go to the internet yourself and just type in what is love, you'll be surprised what comes up. First of all, we're going to look at the Watchtower organization. And I went in there and I just typed in what is love? And, I was actually expecting families and picnics and stuff like that. But this was very serious, very ominous. What to love, what to hate. And twice it talked about what the love of God means. So I thought we better look at that article for sure. It must be important to the members. Well, I got into this article, what does the love of God means? And it quotes the scripture, 1 John 5:3. And it means that we observe his commandments. So I go all the way down here, and right away we get into the use of the cross in religion. And I go, oh no, this is another hate article on hating the cross, hating Catholics. So I go further down, and it just gets worse. I thought, well, maybe it was just a paragraph, but now it gets into Constantine's cross. And if you know anything about Constantine, well, he's the guy responsible for writing the New Testament. If it wasn't for Constantine, we wouldn't have Christianity today. And that's a fact. Here's what they say. He did this to solidify his empire of pagans and apostate Christians. So they demonized him. But if he didn't exist, we wouldn't have Jehovah's Witnesses today. And then it goes on down here in verse 20, and it really talks about love. It says, thus the true servants of God today can be identified by an unbreakable, unified bond of love on an international scale. And they make it about war. I just was asking about what is love. It says, here's what it says. Who in our time demonstrates such obedience to God's commandments on love? Who have been persecuted, imprisoned, thrown into concentration camps, or executed because they would not take up weapons against fellow believers, or even unbelievers of other nations. The record of this century history answers Jehovah's Witnesses only. All I wanted to know about was a little bit about love. And here they talk about Catholics killing Catholics and Protestants killing Protestants. But the very fact of it, if these guys didn't stand up and go to war for the country, which war is different, it is a showing of love, we wouldn't have Jehovah's Witnesses today. We would have none of them if they didn't stand up for war. So I invite you all to look at some of my thumbnails on my site under Rutherford and how he demonized the Catholics and demonized the governments. But we see this here in this religion. When you just type in love, all the Rutherford's demonizations come up. It's just sad to see that in a religion. So in my search for what is love, I go to Wikipedia and I type in what is love, and then up comes this guy, Haddaway. I probably couldn't watch him when I was a JW. What is love? Google. Up comes this Haddaway guy again. What is love? So he must be important. So let's take a look at Haddaway. And I listened to a little bit of it just so we could get into the gist of his song on what is love. And here it is. And I'll let you be the judge. Is Haddaway closer to what love is than the Watchtower? You be the judge. Well, there you have it. I'd like to listen to the whole thing, but I think he knows that love has to do with two people, and he's demonstrating it in his music. But the Watchtower, they think it has to do with war and crosses and hating Constantine. So, but anyways, what do I know? This is just my 2 bits. You guys be the judge, and until next time, we'll keep our search up, looking for love. And until then, folks.